You saw that guy's super chat a moment ago about that TV show where the men were on one island and the women were on the other island, and all the women were cold and hungry.
I haven't seen it, and I would.
Let's assume for a moment that it happened. Earlier in the conversation, I asked you if you could describe any non-patriarchal structures, and you referenced communism and socialism, and kind of basically agreed to your utopian vision as like something that could potentially be non-patriarchal, right?
Have non-patriarchal values and social structure. Yes.
Okay. I just want to, I was talking about human nature before. In the kind of society that you're describing, a stateless society where there's like abundance and everybody's just like hanging out and they adhere to the same social norms. Dudes,
ethical values instead of social norms. Ethical values.
Ethical values. To his point, there is going to need to be enforcement because, to his point, there are going to be people that violate the social contract. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, the people that are going to be enforcing will be men, because typically men, if you look at all the data, men are more often violently criminal than women are. Okay. Women aren't going to be the ones standing up to the violent criminals violating the social contract. It's not debatable. We're way stronger than women are. It's going to take men to restrain violent males.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't know of any evidence for
men have on average
so why do
3
men
times
have to
men
protect
have on
from
hold
other
on,
men?
I can demonstrate
men
this
have on average
logically.
3 times
I can
greater
demonstrate this
upper body
logically for
strength
you.
than women do,
like-
even without training.
I've been raising my hand for a while.
One sec.
Fine.
Wait, do you take issue with the position that men are physically stronger than women?
I don't like that it's used, but I don't have any evidence for or against. I think that women can be physically strong.
Nobody's saying they can't be physically strong. I mean, she can hip thrust 600 pounds.
Yeah.
But
if I were to ask you this easy question, pretend that you were in charge of a prison, and you could hire all female prison guards for the most violent criminals on planet Earth, or all male prison guards with the exact same qualifications. Which ones would you hire?
The strongest. Period.
Okay, which ones are going to be the strongest, do you think?
If I have no
maybe I can add to that.
Evidence for who is going to be stronger.
Maybe I can add to that.
Like,
what do you mean you have no evidence? Life experience. Men are stronger than women are almost always.
Based off gender. I could not pick who is going to serve my people the best.
Let me ask you a question.
Right?
Let me ask you a question. The 100 strongest people in the entire world right now, are they men or women?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
They're men.
Okay, and I believe you guys, and I support you.
It's not.
The point is,
this is a layup.
This is crazy. The point, you're saying that you've never seen any evidence that like basically men are on average stronger than women. What about like life as a whole? Like,
it's obvious. There's 3 men. There's 3 men cornering her. Like she can't like answer.
Hold on. May I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Steph.
What do you mean? These are big, strong women. What do you mean?
Because you guys have like 10 years on her, and
like
you guys obviously know your points a little bit.
Okay,
that's meta. That's irrelevant.
When they when there was a draft, why would they choose? Why is it only men?
That's a good question. I wasn't
now
there.
it's going to have to be women soon. So
yeah, unfortunately, because feminists are fighting for equality, so now we're going to get it.
So in the Bible,
it's because there's no men going into the army.
Men are protectors.
One person at a time. You go ahead, please.
Yeah, it's been stated in the Bible that men are protectors. So yeah,
right, because they do a better job protecting women.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah.
Okay.
I have always felt more protected by my mom than I have by my dad.
Okay, but that's fine. I would like to ask again, the 100 strongest people in the world currently, are they men or are they women?
It's obviously men.
But since you guys are asking the question, I'm going to safely assume that it's men. And I do not have a problem with that. And I mean...
The richest people are men. All the billionaires are men.
Grid 1 Motorsports donated $200. All may be saved through Christ. No man can save the girls on the right, so let's stop trying. There's no utopia. Without a rudder all ships run aground. Without direction all efforts fail. Reality weeps.
Okay, it sounded like you had something.
Yeah, I've had something probably 10 minutes ago. Let me think about it because I probably forgot it. It was 10 minutes ago I raised my hand. So, do you think that a matriarchy society just means that because he sent that question that was men on one island and women on one island, and then the men were fine and the women weren't. So do you just think that society should be only men?
No.
Like, what's like the solution? Because you seem to think that like women don't have like a value in any.
No, certainly not.
That's-
That's
What's
not what
value
we're
is
saying.
to breed and be in the
That's
kitchen.
not
What's
what
the
we're saying.
value of a woman if it's not? Because like all you're explaining is that men are stronger.
Her value is in her reproductive ability and her ability to take care
What
of her
if
family.
a woman was infertile?
What if she was?
Yeah, what if she was? Does
What
that
if she
make,
was?
Does that
Then
mean
what
that
would
her
her
purpose has failed?
I know, but I think that it makes her, generally speaking, less valuable to men inside of that society.
That's-
Wouldn't you say?
So you like this society under like a
You
Reagan
think that
presidency?
she's less valuable as a person?
no,
Wait,
under,
that's not what I said.
Under
Hang
God.
on,
Are you saying- are you-
Repeat what I said. Repeat what I said.
You think societally people would
hang
find
on.
her
Let me say it again.
less valuable?
I said that the men inside that society, where women cannot reproduce or a woman can't reproduce, are probably going to find her less valuable.
In terms of a dating
No.
and romantic.
Yeah, well, not just in terms of dating and romantic,
That's not a
but
popular
here's the thing.
opinion. A lot of
Let's
people don't
just
wanna have
walk it through.
children.
Walk it through logically. Do you think that women are equipped to do the same kinds of jobs that men are equipped to do?
No, but are men equipped to do all the same jobs that women are
Yes.
allowed to? No.
What job can women do that men can't?
It's vice versa.
Reproduce. I'm sorry, not reproduce. Give birth.
That's
Bear
not. I mean,
children.
that's not a job. It's
Yeah.
part of your biological makeup. But when I'm asking you, where are all of the female stonemasons? Where's all the female Green Berets? There's not a single one. There's not a single female Navy SEAL.
What's-
There's not a single
Because we
female.
aren't raised that way.
There's not a single.
Nobody
no.
told
Hang on,
me
hang on.
We're
to
not
sacrifice
raised
my
to do
family.
Hang on, let me
To be
finish. I'm almost
fair,
done. I'm almost done.
I think that women could hypothetically
Do you-
do those jobs, right? Just like men could hypothetically do a traditional woman's
No,
job.
they
Do you
can't.
think? Do you
But-
think you guys
but
would succeed the same way?
typically
as a
it's
Ladies,
not-
ladies,
Can I please talk?
stop.
Can I please stop?
Stop.
But typically, right, stereotypically, that there's a reason why men primarily have those jobs and they're better at those jobs,
Yeah.
right? But
What do you think that reason is?
Biology, absolutely.
Okay.
100%. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying there's hypothetically there could be an outlier, right?
Yeah,
that
but
a
we're
woman
not-
could be a
We're
Green
not
Beret
pushing
or
anything
whatever.
as a monolith.
Yeah.
Okay, so my argument has nothing to do with anything
James
being based
Sexton
around that.
donated
Women-
Oh,
$200.
hold on.
Now that I've heard these Mensa members talk, I'm feeling really disappointed about none of them wanting to date me. Looking forward to coming on the show soon, Brian. And great to see Andrew here.
Yeah, thank
It's
you,
great
James.
to see you too.
I'm
Sexton.
sorry you were too old.
Love you,
anything else you're
James.
saying?
So just kind of so that you understand, we're not talking in monoliths. Okay, so I'm not saying everyone can't ever do
You said
X.
name a job that
Right.
that a woman
Yeah,
can't
that-
do that a man can't.
Yeah,
But-
so what
so
I'm,
if we're
what I'm
talking about
talking, and I'm
exceeding-
clarifying right now so that you understand,
Okay.
this is not a monolith. It's not, I wouldn't even think I'd have to explain this, but I guess I do. It's not, nothing's ever expressed in a monolith. So I'm not saying there could never be a hypothetical woman who does X. I'm just saying that if you look at what men do, okay? If you look at just basic jobs which are done outside, like roofing, for instance, this is a really good one. Female physiology actually is not equipped to deal with that because of heat extremes. So you guys like studies. You like studies. You keep on saying, I love the studies. The studies are great. Well, here's a great study for you to take a look at. Women inside of office spaces, they get really cold. And the men don't. Why? Why is that? Do you know why that is?
Can you tell me?
Well, I'm asking you. Do you know why that is?
I mean, it's a
because
probing
their physiology
question.
is
You can
completely
just
different,
say
so
why.
they can't regulate their temperature in the same way that males can regulate their temperature. This
Yeah.
is why when they work outside, they're less prone to get heat stroke, they're less prone to have all sorts of different issues that women are more prone to have. So yes, there are these kind of physiological barriers, not just the, well, if I was raised to be a construction worker, I could be one. Nope. There's still physiological barriers which exist between the two sexes.
Yes, I was never denying that. I was just saying that there are still women. It's just, because we're not raised like to do those kind of things. Men are raised typically, traditionally, more masculine and to work more masculine jobs. There's not going to be a father teaching most of the time. I mean, I was taught to do, like, to fix my own tables and...
Women do better academically than men do inside of the United States, overwhelmingly. And they're far more likely to complete their education. So who's telling them then not to do these jobs if you say they're not raised or somebody's giving them some kind of barrier to entry?
I just think I just think it's like a pointless argument because, like, yes, it's a more male-dominated field to do like these hard labor jobs, but you guys simultaneously will complain about like building society and how you guys are the
Yeah, I mean, but
ground.
that's a straw man. So